FIT and Temple in the middle. Temple ran down the course before at 37, 38 strokes a minute. FIT was much lower at about 34. We'll see if that energy charge will help them here. See if they can pull off a third win. And we have a start to the grand final of the men's varsity 8. FIT at 45 strokes a minute off the line. In lane 1, Delaware right with him. Back just a little bit, Virginia. Temple down to FIT by a tiny bit. And back again to UNC a little bit. So it's FIT and Delaware, the first ones out of the blocks. Temple in third at the moment, or maybe tied with Delaware. Again, we talked about Jacksonville with that hard charging start, and they had to pay for it at the end. We're going to see what happens here. Who can stay long, who can length it out and have enough energy to run that rating through the roof. We've seen it in all of these crews be able to do that. But it is right now FIT with an early lead. FIT now at 37 strokes a minute, half a boat length up on Temple University, and a similar amount on Delaware. Temple at 37.5 strokes a minute, so FIT and Temple almost identical ratings here. And the red and white stripe jerseys of FIT crossing the 500-meter mark first. We need to get a shot at Delaware here and see if we can't find out where they are, because they were right there. There's Delaware in the background. FIT now with 3/4 of a boat length on Temple. All the other boats, Delaware, Virginia, UNC, and Georgia Tech, all overlapping. Temple with a boat length lead on the field. FIT with a boat length or maybe a closed boat length on Temple. But both of those crews are now detaching themselves from the rest of the field. FIT now at 36.5 strokes a minute with a 3/4 boat length lead over Temple University. Temple also at 36. They've been matching stroke for stroke since they came out of the since they settled. Virginia overlapping the stern of Temple. Delaware, again, all these boats overlapping here. As I look at Georgia Tech and UNC, Georgia Tech pacing UNC here in lane 6. It is Virginia now within third, a strong third. Virginia's bows right at the stern of Temple. So a full boat length between Temple and Virginia. And now you can see that FIT has broken clear of Temple University, as they now have a little bit of open water, maybe a 1/4 length of open water over Temple University. Let's see what FIT is stroking. And down to 35. Again, they're likely trying to conserve energy. If they got this lead and they can move away, I would stay right there. There's no reason to run that rating up. And you have Virginia overlapping the stern of Temple. Virginia catching Temple. We're seeing the other crews, Delaware and UNC, slip back just a little bit. And here's the bow of Georgia Tech. So the 3 trailing boats, Georgia Tech, UNC, and Delaware, all overlapping. Georgia Tech maybe the bow and the 2-seat of University of North Carolina. University of North Carolina and Delaware about even. Virginia now breaking away from the trailing 3 as they come into the last 500 meters. It is FIT with open water on Temple. Understroking. I'm going to see if I can catch Temple now with 500 meters to go, going over 40 strokes a minute. We'll see if they can do anything to catch FIT or even bring the gap down. We'll see what FIT is going to do with their rating here. FIT at 38 strokes a minute, so they've gone up. 300 meters, 350 meters to go. In the middle of the course, FIT with open water over Temple University. Temple University was overlapping with Virginia. Virginia still right on the heels of Temple. Those three boats have broken open water on the field. Georgia Tech and UNC and Delaware all overlapping each other for 4th, 5th, and 6th. FIT clear of the field now by 3/4 of a boat length of open waters. They've opened up a little bit more all the way down the course here. Now at 39 and a half strokes a minute, FIT, a boat length of open water over Temple. Temple still in second over Virginia. FIT holding at 39 strokes a minute as they come to the line. 3 strokes to go. Full boat length of open water for Florida Institute of Technology over Temple University. Temple, 3/4 of a boat length over Virginia. Virginia with just a little bit of open water over UNC. Georgia Tech in 5th. And Delaware on the far side of the course in 6th. That's it for the Southern Intercollegiate Rowing Association Championship for 2017 on Easter weekend. Y'all have a great weekend.